Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the next part of the skill leveling guide for 2022, just before the zero point 0.7 update. If we have any new skills after the 0 update, I will cover them. That's why I'm doing this piece by piece. And today we are going to be doing lockpicking and demolition. Okay. Now, personally, let's just go to the skills. Thievery is a skill that determines how well you can pick locks. Is raised by lockpicking in general, both successfully and unsuccessfully, which is a lie. It used to be you gain, you can gain skill points by doing it unsuccessfully, which I showed on my previous guides, but they nerfed it, so it's not possible anymore. And then it influences time available per lock picking attempt, so the time is very, very important. Level of pressure applied before lock picks break, which is also very, very important. Okay. And then, of course, what they don't mention is it increases the size, okay, of the area of the sweet spot where you can actually unlock. Yes, it also increases the time before your lockpick breaks, but your thievery skill also influences how big the sweet spot are on the locks, okay, which you will clearly see if you test no thievery and test advanced thievery. And one bonus thing is it lets you break into lockers with a crowbar about 30% faster. Okay, so definitely helps with that. So, first of all, it's called the skill leveling guide. How do you level up? Well, unfortunately, this depends on your skill level. Of course, we've got no thievery and no demolition. Okay, so what you want is a yellow screwdriver or a red screwdriver. It doesn't really matter. But please make sure that you have an advanced lockpick. An advanced lockpick takes longer to break. You get the normal bobby pin lockpick. Then you get the medium lockpick. That looks like a medical item or something. And then you get the advanced lockpick. Okay, so when you're practicing this, when you want to level up thievery, please use an advanced lockpick. Okay, it's going to help you this will take longer to break. Okay, which is going to help you a lot. So, yeah, as long as you've got the advanced lockpick on you and the screwdriver, what you try and lockpick is completely up to you. Okay, you can start at basic, but the reason I don't like basic is because the skill points that I get in basic is is very, very low. It's basically the same skill points that I'm going to get as if as that I'll get in the world. So I just need to get a lot of bobby pins in the world. Okay, and then I'll get the same amount of skill points, which is 25. But guys, I'm a very, very average lockpicker, and even you guys can see, because my time is so little, the time really buggers you around. The time that you have to get to this spot is very, very limited. And you guys can see I'm struggling here with the bronze lock. I can't believe I didn't get that one, but in any case, went the wrong way there. Yes. Now, the reason I'm an average lockpicker, guys, is because my fine tuning at the end is very, very bad. Okay, so that was 25 XP. Now, the problem I have with that is if I just collect bobby pins and screwdrivers in the world and I open up police station lockers, bunker lockers, dam lockers, any lockers, I get 25 XP. So it's not really worth it for me to struggle here, okay, to get 25 XP. And then the medium one, if we go look at the medium one's difficulty, okay, that was luck. Okay, we were just lucky to be on the sweet spot. So that gives us 50 XP. Okay, when it comes to the struggle of it, no, not worth it, guys. Not worth it for me. Okay, so I can get lucky here as well. So let's see how long it takes me to get lucky here. Thing is, here I have to change my strategy. I can't go all over the lock. I must basically just cover half of the lock because I don't have enough time to cover the entire lock. Anyway, guys, I don't know how long that took, but I thought I was going to go crazy, and I've experienced this before. Sometimes you're going to get lucky quite a few times on the enforced lock, on the golden lock. Sometimes you're not going to get lucky, and with no thievery skill, guys, that spot, that sweet spot is so small, and the lockpick breaks so fast, and you've got so little time to learn. It's just, it's frustrating. Now, 250, guys. So it's 25, 50, 250. And it's definitely worth it. Like, for me, the only lock that you want to pick is a golden lock. And you want to get lucky with it. Because you have to unlock 12. You have to unlock a bronze lock 12 times. You have to unlock a silver lock 6 times. Okay, and yes, they are easier. So if you let's see if we can get lucky with the silver lock again. Which at silver is at least better. Silver is at least better than the usual 25, which you can just get in the open world. And now that I'm on a silver, I already feel this is much, much, much easier. I mean, I can get to the sweet spot a lot quicker. But I can definitely go bigger here because the sweet spot is so big, guys. If the sweet spot is big, you can really go from the one side to the other side within 3 seconds. But you can't do that with a golden lock. Because a golden lock sweet spot is so bloody small. Okay. Did I struggle there? Yes, but it is significantly easier than the golden lock. Okay? So 50 would definitely be a lot less frustrating. If I had to level this up in game, I'd use the silver locks, guys. Until I'm at basic at least. So I'll use the in-game locks that I can open up very, very easily, and I'll use the silver locks until I get to basic. Then I'll start going to the gold. Okay, and if the gold is still too frustrating to me, again, normal locks, silver locks. Until I get to medium, see if I'm getting luckier. And you'll have good days and you'll have bad days. Some days you'll practice on the practice lock, and you'll just hit those sweet spots constantly. But this brings me to, so this is how you level up lockpicking, guys, and of course lockpicking everything in the world. Now, the big thing for me is, how important is this in your starting build? Well, if you're like me, it's everything. Personally, to me, it's the most important skill to max out at the beginning of your game, because I never want to do this. 250, okay? 250 for a golden lock, divided by 10 million points, or divided by 1 million points, guys, to get to advanced. 250 divided by a 1 million to get to advanced. Where at my starting build, I can just get to advanced immediately. I can take all that hassle away. Okay, and most of the other skills I can level up easily without getting frustrated. So the big thing is lockpicking. The lockpicking board is going to frustrate you. You don't ever have to use the lockpicking board. You can just keep picking those easy locks across the world constantly. But for me, guys, the importance of starting with advanced thievery is 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, 10 out of 10. And then the how easy is it to level up in game so that you don't have to pick it with your starting build? Depending on your skill level, guys, if you're an average lockpicker like me, 2 out of 10. I'd even give it a 1 out of 10. This is not fun for me. It's not fun for me to be frustrated, okay? So, and you guys see, I failed a lot. I don't get skill points for failing, okay? You only get skill points for succeeding. So, 10 out of 10 for starting with a character with advanced thievery. It will help you massively with opening, raiding bases, stealing cars that are locked, opening lockers, getting through the cargo drop really, really fast, getting into the kill box. It's extremely important, guys, for various reasons, okay? So, yeah. 10 out of 10 for starting with advanced thievery. 0. 1 out of 10, okay, for leveling it up in game. If you're insane like me, maybe you'll try it with the build, okay? So that's it. Now, let's go to demolition. Okay, demolition is a skill that indicates how knowledgeable you are about using explosives. It's raised by arming and disarming explosives. Okay, so you can arm explosives and disarm explosives, and the practice traps. Okay, the practice bomb. It influences explosive diffusal time, how long you have to cut the wires. Diffuse attempts. At advanced, you get an extra attempt. Okay, which not many of you know, because not many of you start with advanced demolition. Quality of armed explosives, the quality of your explosives that you plant, the explosive damage, and the trigger radius. And it unlocks crafting recipes. We know what recipes it unlocks, okay? But again, explosive diffuse time, very important. Diffusal attempts, you get 2 when you reach advanced demolition. Extremely important. Quality of the explosives, not that important. Explosive damage, extremely important. Trigger radius for your sensors, really, really important. Okay? Now, luckily, with demolition, there's 2 ways of leveling it up. The first way is just by having a wire cutter and cutting the wires. Okay, so I've got no skill, so you must put the wire cut in your hand. You can see there I've got no skill, okay? And how long does it take me to cut 10 wires? Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I try to do it fast, I lose time. So for 10 tries, okay, 10 tries, I got 1,250 XP, which beats Thievery by a mile. Okay, so to get to basic demolition, cutting wires on the practice bomb is really, really fast. Okay, the difference is you only 10 divided by 1,250 is 125. you're going to keep only getting 125 XP, okay? Which will feel great to get to basic. It will feel quite long to get to medium, and then it will feel like your life is passing you by, okay, when you try and get to advanced, because it's only 125 every time you cut a wire, okay? So let's look at the other method of leveling up your demolition. Just throw, no, let's not throw this away. Put that there. The other way of leveling up demolition is crafting blueprints of the stake pit, okay, and then just adding sticks to it. Okay, we've got a bunch of sticks here in the area. I hope I've still got 100 sticks here. If I don't, I'll just spawn in more sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we gained 1,250 demolition by cutting 10 wires. Now let's fill 10 stake pit traps with sticks. Okay, so that's what happened there. Craft. Okay. What is happening? Hey. What? Okay, guys. Not sure what's happening here. No idea what's happening here. Oh, man. I'm in God mode. Sorry, guys. I'm in God mode so that I can just complete the stuff. Okay, God mode's off. God mode's off now. Okay, so Alt C. Oh my word. Okay, let's just build 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it 10. Okay, so now we haven't gained any demolition. No, 1,250. Okay, so we've got 10 stake pits. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just putting sticks in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Yeah, okay. So that's 10 stake pits, which gave us about 3,200. Okay, 3,200, which is a lot, but it's going to take you a long time to chop down 100, to chop down a tree and chop down the long sticks into small sticks until you've got 100 sticks, and then you put them in here, okay? So when I cut wires to get to basic demolition, I can cut the wires twice as fast as what it would take me to add sticks to the blueprints, even if I had a chainsaw, okay? So to get to basic, wire cutting wins by a mile. This might look a lot, guys, but you must take into consideration the time it takes you to cut the sticks and to put it to the blueprints, where I could have been at 4,000 XP long ago by just cutting 40 wires quickly, okay? Now, this is where the difference comes in. With our next character, we're going to have advanced thievery and medium demolition, okay? Just to show you it all at the same time so that you can see where this becomes better than cutting wires. Because cutting wires will never increase past 125 XP, okay, per wire cut. But this 3,200 XP that we got for filling 10 stake pits will change. So let me show you guys that quickly. Okay, guys, I will show you what advanced demolition looks like, okay? But let's just quickly focus here on the basics. Now with advanced thievery, which you can do, okay? I went for a 3-1-5-3 build. So I can go for advanced thievery and medium demolition and basic stealth. Okay, so let's look at just as is. How much easier is it going to be for me to get through these locks? Okay, there's the bronze. That extra second makes a huge difference, guys. Huge, huge, huge difference. I could almost go around the entire lock. Okay? And I can find the sweet spot a lot easier. Don't really waste a lot of time getting to that sweet spot. And guys, that when the lock glitches is just because you held your button in for too long. You know, when it resets like that, it's because it's a safety feature for scripts. Motex gave me that information. Okay, so it's not a bug in the game. It resets the lock if you add too much pressure to it, like a script would do. Okay. And as you guys can see, we're getting to the sweet spots really, really fast. It's not really frustrating for me at the moment. And I'm just going very rough now. Just trying to find that sweet spot without any real skill. I always think that it's going to unlock there, which is very funny, like at the max. I always go for the max, like right there at the bottom. Yeah, that would be easy if it unlocked there, which is very funny for me. That's not frustrating, guys. That's the big thing. You know, I know what I'm doing wrong, but it's not frustrating at all. Just seem to be going the wrong way every single time, which is funny. Okay, so that's the silver lock. Okay, guys, definitely a little bit less frustrating, but still frustrating. Still frustrating. And the big thing here is we still just gained 325 XP, even with advanced thievery. Okay. Now, when you enter a kill box, when you try and raid a base with shock protection, you don't. If they have zappers on, you've got two choices. You've got the medical gloves. Okay. When you use the medical gloves, it only gives you a yellow glove down below. Okay. Only gives you a yellow glove down below, which tells you that the sweet spot isn't going to be that much smaller. You know, you're not going to struggle your butt off, even with the yellow gloves on. Okay, even with the yellow gloves on, you're not going to struggle your butt off. Or with the medical, because it's yellow. Now, if you wear the rubber gloves, yes, they take twice as long to break, but now you've got the red hand, which means your sweet spot is going to be extra small. Okay, so if you want the sweet spot to be as big as possible with advanced thievery, then you don't want to wear any gloves, but then you're going to get shocked. But the zappers will take, a few shocks to kill you. Then if you want to be protected, rather use the medical gloves first, because that's going to give you a much better chance of opening the locks. And the last resort is the rubber gloves, because that's going to make your sweet spot, okay, so much smaller. It's not as if you won't be able to lockpick like this, okay? Just going to make your sweet spot a lot smaller. Okay, that's that explained. Okay, now let's go cut this. Let's go cut the wire quickly again. It doesn't really matter what gloves we're wearing, but let's go cut 10 wires again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Thing is, even with the medium demolition, we still just gained 1,250 XP. Okay. Now let's go to the other experiment. And look at the seconds that we had, guys. Look at the seconds that we had, because I'm going to show you advanced demolition. So last time we filled these with sticks, we ended at 4,300, okay, with what we did at the board. Let's see what happens this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so again, we just fold 10 blueprints. Are we going to still be at 4,300? No. Okay, now we gain 24,000 points with 10 blueprints. Okay, and whoever mentioned this to me in the comments, thank you very, very much. I love it when we work together as a community, okay? So cutting wires is only worth it to get to basic. When you from basic onwards, and depending on how fast you are with wire cutting, it's going to overtake wire cutting, okay? So you don't really, you can like cut the wires when it feels comfortable for you, but after basic, guys, on your way to medium, rather just add sticks to blueprints, okay? Because it's going to be much faster. Okay, 2% towards advanced. If we do this 50 times, what we just did now, we're at advanced demolition, okay? And I promise you, that is a lot faster than cutting wires. So I love the fact that we're helping each other and communicating with each other, and this is what makes Scum so wonderful. is just thinking outside the box. And I love it that my community, thinks outside the box. That person knows who they are, and I thank them very, very much. Okay? So this is definitely the best way to level up demolition after you get to basic demolition, which can be done in game. Okay, so the importance of starting with a character with like advanced demolition, or starting with a character with skill points in demolition, a 3 out of 10. It's going to help you to craft all the explosives. It's going to help you a little bit in the kill box. But unless you start with advanced demolition, guys, it's not really going to help you that much. Demolition becomes powerful at advanced when you get 1 more second on a suicide puppet. Instead of 3 seconds on a suicide puppet, you get 4. You get an extra try. Okay, you get a second try when trying to defuse the bomb, the wire cutting, and you get more time. Even in the kill box, you get more time. So yeah, guys, it's just a plus. It's just a plus overall. Demolition gets powerful at advanced plus, and now we know. The ease of leveling it up in game, I'd easily give it a 7 now. Okay, it was at like a 4 or 5, but now that we know past basic demolition, we only sticks are way faster. Then now I'll give it a 7. Okay, so leveling it up in game, not bad at all. Putting points into it, when you create your character, a 2 or 3, guys. A 2 or 3. Leveling it up in game, I'd give it an 8. Okay, so you really want to level this up in game. If you guys have got anything else to add, like again, yes, we can make bombs and defuse bombs and all that other stuff, but the spike traps are definitely the leading way at the moment. And I really hope the devs don't remove this, because every single shortcut that I've showed you guys so far in my guides, they have removed. Okay, which I'm not sad that they removed it, because it makes the game realistic, but then they must make it more enjoyable for us. And I think the lock picking is the worst skill ever to level up. Okay, not for the pros, but for the average Joe and the noob, it's a nightmare to level that up. So yeah, it's very difficult for them to balance it, guys. But in any case, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and just click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, guys, click that sub button and the bell button next to it to be notified of future videos. Hope you have an awesome day. See you guys next time. Cheers.